On May 23, 2024, the House of Representatives of the Dutch Parliament adopted a resolution with an anti-Azerbaijan content. The infamous resolution, adopted at the initiative of the Christian Union Party and the Christian Democratic Appeal Party, includes baseless accusations against Azerbaijan, such as alleged ethnic cleansing and damage to cultural heritage.
The Dutch parliament, which turned a blind eye to the expulsion of Azerbaijanis from Armenia and the once occupied Azerbaijani territories and the mass destruction of Azerbaijani cultural heritage there, now demonstrates a fundamentally slanderous position. The stance displayed by a member of the Dutch government during the discussions on the said resolution is also regrettable. The harmful interference of external states in the context of the recent steps taken towards the normalization of relations between Azerbaijan and Armenia, including the delimitation of borders, is unacceptable. The Western Azerbaijan community demands that the Dutch parliament and government put an end to their biased and inappropriate actions, support the return of Azerbaijanis expelled from Armenia, and support peace in the region.
The Western Azerbaijan community strongly condemns the statement made on May 29, 2024 by the spokesperson of the European Union's diplomatic service, which interferes in Azerbaijan's internal affairs and attempts to undermine the independence of the judiciary.
The European Union, which attempts to lecture Azerbaijan on human rights with false accusations, must first explain where it derives such authority from. Moreover, the European Union's behavior is discriminatory and provocative, as it has remained indifferent to the fate of hundreds of thousands of Azerbaijanis who were subjected to ethnic cleansing, deprived of their property and cultural heritage by Armenia. With such biased and discriminatory behavior, the European Union harms the supreme values of human rights and seeks to disrupt the positive dynamics observed towards sustainable peace in the region. The Western Azerbaijan community demands that the European Union abandon its biased and harmful policies, refrain from obstructing peace in the region, and demonstrate its commitment to human rights in practice by supporting the return of Azerbaijanis expelled from Armenia.
On May 29, 2024, a magnificent concert titled Gocha Ashik School Yesterday and Today was held at the Heydar Aliyev Palace in Baku, organized by the Western Azerbaijan community and the Ulu Gocha company. The artistic director of the first large-scale concert dedicated to the Gocha Ashik art was Ashik Chingiz Medhipur, head of the famous Dalga group and a follower of the Gocha Ashik group. Before the concert, guests were acquainted with a photo exhibition in the foyer depicting the historical monuments, natural landscapes, maps of Western Azerbaijan, and the refugee life of Western Azerbaijanis forcibly expelled from the Armenian SSR during 1987 and 1991. The exhibition also featured a 3D model of the village of Garagoyonlu in the Gocha region, displayed by Dr. Bakhtiyar Gahramanov. The concert featured performances by Gocha Ashiks such as Ashik Ramin Garayev, Ashik Nazim Guliev, Ashik Ali Zeynalabdinov, Ashik Khatira Mametkhanlı, as well as people's artists Alim Kasimov, Ashik Afsana Karimova, Ashik Ayshan Mehdieva, Ashik Salar Medhipur, people's artist Samir Jafarov, Ashik Ali Novruzi, Ashik Chingiz Medhipur, Ashik Nabi Nagiev, honored artist Fargana Gasimova, Khananda Mirallamov, Ashik Mahbub Abdi, and Ashik Behnam Maliki. They delivered unforgettable moments to the guests with brilliant examples of Gocha Ashik art and the saz melodies of Western Azerbaijan. As is known, the ethnic cleansing carried out by Armenia against Azerbaijanis has inflicted an irreparable damage on the Gocha Ashik school, the cradle of Azerbaijani Ashik art, which is included in UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Nevertheless, the followers and enthusiasts of the Göçe Ashik School continue to preserve the thousand-years-old traditions of the Ozan Ashik art with their resilience and unparalleled artistic and aesthetic mastery. Azerbaijan State Oil and Industry University hosted a scientific practical conference themed Realities of Western Azerbaijan. The event, moderated by Kamal Jafarov, member of the Milli Majlis, deputy chairman of the Youth Council of the Western Azerbaijan community, started by playing national anthem, then the memory of the national leader Heydar Aliyev and martyrs who died for their motherland was commemorated with a minute of silence. Afterwards, rector of Azerbaijan State Oil and Industry University Vaseh Askarov briefed about the topics to be discussed at the conference. Kamal Jafarov, member of the Milli Majlis, deputy chairman of the Youth Council of the Western Azerbaijan community, talked about the realities of Western Azerbaijan, the calamities that befell our compatriots, the destroyed material and cultural as well as spiritual heritage, and the work done by the Western Azerbaijan community in this direction. Then Anar Irzaguli, the person responsible for work with youth in the office of the Western Azerbaijan community, made a presentation about realities of Western Azerbaijan. Vasif Gafarov, Doctor of History, spoke on the theme Realities of Western Azerbaijan, History and Modernity. The second stage of the Return to Western Azerbaijan Olympiad was held in 40 centers across the country, in which 9th and 10th grade students of general educational institutions participated. At this stage, 1,001 students got participation right. In the final, 36 students with the highest results will test their knowledge and skills. The purpose of organizing the Olympiad is to educate students about the history, geography, culture, literature, prominent public figures, historical figures, toponyms and folklore of Western Azerbaijan, and ensure in-depth study of knowledge. Noting that the Olympiad is carried out with the joint partnership of the Ministry of Science and Education of the Republic of Azerbaijan, the Ministry of Education of the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, the Institute of Education of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Nakhchivan State University, and the Western Azerbaijan community. Western Azerbaijan is famous for its intellectuals and historical figures. One of them is Ashik Ali. He dedicated his creativity to the glorification of his homeland. Ashik Ali was born in 1801 in the Sizilvank village of Göçe district. He started Ashik music at the age of 16-17 and became famous in a short time. He had many students. The most famous of them is Ashik Alaskar, one of the well-known representatives of 19th century Azerbaijani Ashik poetry.
Haksızlığa alışıfla yanmışam, çoxlarını candan əziz sanmışam, heç görmədim yaxın gələn darda mən.
According to the legend, Ashik Alaskar and Ashik Ali exchanged poems one day and Ashik Alaskar defeated Ashik Ali. According to another legend, Ashik Ali deliberately defeated himself to give his saz to his student, but Ashik Alaskar did not take the saz. Although Ashik Ali is known as the master of Ashik Alaskar in the history of Azerbaijani Ashik poetry, he himself was a devote of the art with a great spirit and enthusiastic drumming. His master Ashik Allahverdi loved him more than all his students, like his own son. During his visit to Turkey, Ashik Ali exchanged poems with Yigval and Zaki, known as saz masters, and defeated them. On the way back, Ashik Ali came to the village of Guldar Baydar with Gorchu Asad. Ashik Ali's visit to Turkey and his conversations with the Ashiks there are reflected in the folk stories Ashik Ali's Turkey visit, the Ashik Ali and Asmar. All of the poems of Ashik Ali have not yet been published as a collection, but some of his poems have been published. Ashik Ali wrote poems in such genres as Karayli, Goshma, Tajnis, Divani, and Muhammas. He dedicated most of his writings to his country, Western Azerbaijan. He died in 1911 in the village where he was born. In 2011, a jubilee concert dedicated to the 209th anniversary of the birth of Ashiq Ali was held in the Haydar Aliyev Palace under the joint organization of the Ministry of Culture and Tourism of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Union of Azerbaijan Ashiqs.